Greetings everyone, this is Aaron18 and welcome back to Survival Realms, part 2 of our, my new base build. This is going to be interesting. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a pretty good day myself. As I said before, we are in part 2 of the building series. Now off camera, I built this floor out of slabs, so I would minimize the amount of wood I had to use, because otherwise it'd be pretty expensive. Anyways, I set down some crafting tables here, and I hope that I'm going to be able to change exactly what's around this, because this is a little boring. Anyways, what I first want to do is that, and that's the thing, is I want to actually get some decal up, or not quite decal. I want to get some progress done on this. So the first thing is we obviously have to look at our achievements. So not a lot has happened. It's mostly it actually has quite a few things. Anyways, the idea is that we have a ways to go. So we need to continue building this thing. Now, I have said before that obviously, for example, this does not look super detailed, but that's the important part. Do not add detail until later on, until it's like the end of it, unless detail needs to be added prior to that. Otherwise, you get into situations where you're gonna be wanting to build a whole lot. It's a pain. It's a train wreck if you don't know what you're doing. Okay? So, first order of business is to get this top part finished. Now over there, I usually do the same decal of cobblestone with some exterior pillars. This time, however, it's gonna be something like that. So, basically, this is going to be the outer wall sort of thing, and this is not a very good first way to put it. It's not in a prime spot. But the idea is that it's going to be built inwards, so there's going to be an overhang slightly in here for the wall. And that's kind of the idea for this. So, yeah, this is a thing. So, it's going to require a lot of spruce. So, let me jump into a quick building thing. And this time, we're doing a time-lapse. Trying to challenge myself with some new things. We're going to be doing this with a time-lapse, baby. So, let me get this built up within said time-lapse, and I will be back with you very promptly. Alright guys, I am back. That took a lot longer than I expected. Mainly, you guys might have noticed that I kind of cut off the time-lapse. That's because I had to run and get some torches. I actually didn't have to cut the time-lapse. In fact, I didn't at all. This is just, I thought I was going to have to. So, just forget about that part. I did not actually have to cut out the time-lapse in any way, shape, or form. I also built the first floor of this, so this should be interesting. Anyways, what I mean to do right around here is actually lower the planks, or these slabs a little bit, so that it gets this different sort of depth to it. And depth is extremely important in building. It's one of those things where you can't really go against depth. If you do, you kind of go against building properly. Yeah, that looks cool. So, that's a thing. Huh. Anyways, next up on the list is I need to get the second story finished. So let me jump up here with my very random tower. And this is kind of what I'm working with. So let me get another crafting table. And let me build this thing up. Now this has a very specific design in mind, the roof especially. I think it's, but yeah, I have a very specific design. Sorry if I was getting distracted. Building is one of those things where it's kind of immersive, if you will. I'm also using the same webcam as last time, so just so you guys know. So the idea, so another tip for building, make sure all of your walls are, all your ceilings are at least 3 blocks above the floor. That's extremely important for 2 reasons. One, it makes it more spacious. And 2, it actually helps with not hitting your head on the ceiling. Because believe me, that happens a lot. Anyways, so now it's time for me to get the staircase. Remove that torch because this is gonna go like that. Another pro tip is that use slabs, because one of the reasons is that it helps you when in certain lighting situations like this where mobs can spawn. So that's extremely important. And that looks good. On the outside, it doesn't look like much right now, but that's also because it's going to need to have a little bit of building done. So a lot of this building I'm actually going to do off camera. For obvious reasons. No one wants to watch a person build. Wow, that was... So let me build another thing of stairs. The right tool for this. Okay, so that little bit of detail has been added so that it makes it a little bit better look, a little bit cooler looking. Now, obviously there's not much in here right now, but don't worry, there's gonna be some stuff. So up here is going to be kind of like the bedroom, I would say. So, that's the thing. I need a lot of wood. Like a whole lot of wood. And actually some windows for that matter. So that's a thing. Okay, so that's right beside that. There's a very specific idea, if you will, for building windows. And that is go with square windows and always use glass panes. Glass panes. Panes with a P. Because glass blocks just look bad. Because it doesn't give you that sense of depth, if you know what I mean. That's the thing. Also, the reason why I was in spectator mode is because I apparently did a keybind that did that. No idea how to replicate that again. So that's a thing. So on the outside, it's looking nice. It's looking pretty good. Alright. So this base is still going to be my base. It's still going to stay here for those who are worried. Oh, you're going to tear down your base. No, I'm not. I'm actually going to keep it the same this way. It's just that it is going to it's not going to be really used except as just like a piece of history, I suppose. Oh, a salmon. That wasn't a salmon. Oh, boo-hoo, a squid died. That's wonderful. Squids are very, very useless, unless you need their ink sacs for some reason. Also, with Optifine, I forgot to mention, it actually gets rid of these, the borders, so usually they would have these borders just connect. Now there's zero border, which is really cool. Boom. Okay, now I need some trapdoors. Ow. Because for windows like these, you need your trapdoors. So I'm going with a different style. Like, this is kind of more... I don't know exactly what style this would be considered as. Sorry, things, you have to come with me. Okay, so 13 trapdoors. I'm probably gonna need some more. How did you make a trapdoor again? I forget. Ah! Oh, okay. Okay. So 21 trapdoors, that should be enough. And there's a very specific reason. It's because, like a lot of houses, you have these, like, windowsill looking things. Made of these? Well, now you're gonna have some. Let me get up there. There we go. Looking pretty fine. No, that's the wrong spot. I like trapdoors because they add this sense of depth and it adds detail, which is something that I am a huge advocate for when it comes to building. Spruce is also one of those blocks that's usually, like, when it's used, a lot of people are like, I don't really care about it. But this, I really like spruce. It adds a sense of, shall we say, change. So it doesn't look, you know, it looks brown. And it actually is emphasized brown. It's like an emphasized, resounding brown sort of thing. Now, if you wonder what those are, don't worry. You'll get to it a little bit later. Okay. Okay. I need more of these. 1 minute. I am next to crafting tables. To many crafting tables, in fact. Okay. So those are going to be for flower things. Like what you would see on some sides of houses. You have those, like, these flower pot-like things. This is what these are going to be. It's extremely important because it adds color if you're utilizing the right flowers. Actually, any flower will do. Yes. So now it's time to eventually put some flowers up here, but for right now, I think that is going to do it for me. A little bit of a shorter episode, mainly because I completed a lot in terms of house. And I hope that's about it. So this should be part 2 basically finished. Part 3 is going to be the roof, and part 4 is going to be interior. So that should be interesting. Sorry, I'm stretching. Now, anyways, that should be interesting to see how that turns out. Oh, really quickly. Yeah. That looks good. Looks pretty good. So, anyways, that is going to do it for me, guys. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it. It's going to really help out my channel. You don't have to, as I said before last episode, and probably other episodes, you don't have to. It's voluntary. I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to force you guys to do it. It's up to you guys if you want to subscribe or anything like that, but it takes all of 2 seconds. So, not very time consuming. If you end up questioning it, don't worry. I'm not going to be forcing you guys to do it. I'm not going to interrogate you guys if you don't do it. I'm just a new channel, and I really want this to be more of a fun challenge, I suppose, for me. But I guess that's about it. Other than that, so leave a like and subscribe if you want to. You don't have to, but you can, and if you do, that's cool. If you don't, oh well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will definitely see you in the next one.